I'm about to go and watch Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2. I'm terrified. What if anyone dies? What if Steve dies? What if Robin dies? What if Joyce dies? I am genuinely terrified about what this could lead to. A monstrous mystery unraveled, a terrible truth revealed. As Vecna's grip tightens, dark clouds gather, and Hawkins is in the eye of the storm. Ooh, scary. I'm terrified. Alright, I have to watch this eventually, so catch you after I've finished episode 8. Episode 8 of season 4. I will say that the one thing that did really get me in that episode was Will crying, literally, not even just like tearing up. He was full on sobbing while Mike was there like, oh, 11 at the painting. The painting was anticlimactic. What do you mean Elle commissioned you to do that painting when Elle thought you were painting it for a girl? That was definitely the Duffer Brothers confirming he's gay. I don't think that Will has a crush on Mike. The whole Byler thing, I just think it's a bit of a stretch. I feel like Will's just wanting to tell his best friend that he's gay, and he's just there sobbing, and the only person who sees him is Jonathan. I really want Will to meet Robin, and if Eddie or Robin or both of them die before they meet Will, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be absolutely devastated. I'm really terrified about who's gonna die. Clearly one of the deaths is Brenna. It was so anticlimactic. It felt like I was supposed to be like, oh, Brenna. But I was just so confused as to how I was supposed to think about him. It was kind of just a relief that he died. Oh, here comes my cat. Luna. Her little face. Okay, well, she's sat down now. I did like the scene where Elle and Will hug, and Will's like, oh, I'm so glad you're okay, sort of reaction. That was so sweet. I love them being like brother and sister dynamic. For the people who ship Will and Elle, I'm gonna need you to rethink your entire life and who you are as a person. Mike and Elle I still don't agree with. I feel like it's a little bit too much, even after season 1 and 2. Elle doesn't need Mike, but wouldn't it be better if Elle wanted Mike? Like, they're 14 for Pete's sake. They don't need each other. There's so much that goes on in these episodes. I just feel like I can't remember it all. 1 and 2, it definitely should have been split up into more episodes. There should have been 18 to 20 episodes. I don't remember half the things that have happened. What happened to Owens though? The thing that makes me most worried is that Robin and Steve's heart-to-heart makes me think either Robin or Steve are gonna die, and I can't have one of them die because they're platonic soulmates and they make this entire series. And can we just talk about Vicky for a second? What the hell was that? And Steve like reassuring Robin like, oh, that doesn't make sense, that just whatever. Vicky's definitely gay, but in a hetero relationship. I just don't, that makes no sense, that relationship. And all of that whole Robin and Vicky stuff, I don't understand. And they really underused Amy Beth McNulty for sure. We have 4 suspected deaths to go. I'm very concerned about who's gonna die. I'm not ready for it, but I'm still so excited for episode 9 to see what it happens. It's like 2.5 hours long or something. It definitely needed to be cut down. I can already tell you that for sure. I'm most concerned for Max, although I did see someone saying that Jason could be dying. That's why Lucas is reacting that way, because we see Lucas punching Jason in the face in the Krill house. But I just remembered the ammo scene where they're at that buying guns and stuff, whatever they're buying. That was scary. I legitimately thought that straight up dead. They're all dead. And the way he was talking to Nancy, disgusting. Okay, I need to watch episode 9. I'll be back in like 2.5 hours, maybe. Give or take a couple hours, depending on how much I'm mourning deaths of everyone that dies. Concerned about Eddie as well. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm concerned. Well, I'm gonna watch episode 9 now. I swear to God, if Steve or Robin die, I'm coming for you. Or Dustin, I'm coming for you. Can't really see my screen, but Lucas asked if Max wanted to go to a movie on Friday. Last time that happened, that was with Hopper and Joyce. One of them died. I'm not ready for this. One of them's gonna die. I can't deal with this. He's dead. I'm mourning the loss of Eddie. He's gonna die. No. I didn't expect no the hero shit. Oh no. I just started to like Eddie. Oh no. Oh, we all saw it coming. That's it. Max is a goner. They all seem to be goners at this point. And it's all because of freaking Jason. I'm blaming him. And Vecna, I guess. But, like, it's Jason's fault. How bad do I look? I'm an ugly crier. Oh my god. I'm fucking ready to die. I never thought I'd cry on camera, but I thought it'd be an entertaining experience for everyone. The only thing I've ever cried to is Stranger Things, actually. He's still one anyway. I still have 33 fucking minutes left. It's been 10 minutes. I can't calm down to continue. I genuinely thought Steve and Nancy and Robin were gonna die, and you can't. Nancy, I don't give a shit about. Steve and Robin, you can't kill. Oh, he's gone as well. She couldn't see, and she. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! I'm just gonna lay on the floor. Oh my god! She wasn't. Neither of them were ready to die. Eddie's not gonna graduate. Neither is Max. I need to go get myself some tissues. Then I'm gonna finish this episode. I'm gonna soldier through. I had to wait until the following day to record this because, well, it's insane. Stranger Things Volume 2 Season 4 is emotionally traumatic. I personally think episode 8 and 9 could have been combined and shortened, and then the rest of the series could have been extended into multiple, like more episodes, like 10, 15 episodes, somewhere around that mark. There's a lot of stuff that needed to be cut out that wasn't really necessary, especially the basketball gang. That reminded me, Jason died. Good for him. Nobody liked him anyway. I would much prefer him to have died than Vecna, even though Vecna's the one that's causing all the problems, and the Mind Flayer. But that did answer my question though. So the Mind Flayer is a part of that dimension and is kind of like in charge, and then Vecna became a part of the Mind Flayer and is kind of like his army general type situation that Dustin said. Dustin was right. At first I wasn't really upset about Eddie dying. Like, it was sad, and like he didn't have to die like that. But then Dustin's reaction to him dying, and then the parallels with Max and Lucas getting the shit beaten out of him by Jason. And Max wouldn't have died if it wasn't for Jason. Like, it's still causing me so much heartache from these deaths. Okay. Will talking about the painting to Mike was distressing because, and I don't get how 11 commissioned him to do the painting when Elle obviously didn't know what the painting was about. Will did the painting and then was like, oh, you're the heart, Mike. Keep 11 alive. And by the way, that whole Mike, like, oh, my life started when I met you, like, when Will was missing. I used Mike. Think before you speak, my guy. And their relationship is completely screwed up with Will and Mike. Not to mention Jonathan and Nancy, and then Steve. He just wants 6 little nuggets. But why does he have to imagine it with Nancy? I well and truly think Mike just stopped caring after season 2. I don't understand why they had to ruin his character like that. The entirety of the Wheeler family I can't stand, and I don't understand why Karen Wheeler had to post this. She had like nothing to do with the plot. Okay, moving on. Eddie's death didn't have to happen. There's a lot of people saying that like it didn't have to happen. It was pointless. Like, I guess it kind of moves into the point that they lost anyway. Like, they lost a bunch of people and they still didn't win the fight against Vecna. And that losing Eddie and losing Max technically means that they lost altogether. That those deaths were seemingly pointless. But in season 5, obviously, they'll win. Hopefully. If they don't, what the heck, Duffer Brothers. Max's death, I was sobbing. I full on was like doubled over. You saw it. I was sobbing That was unacceptable. She fully died, and then 11 somehow brought her back. How does her powers work like that? How? I don't understand the concept of 11's powers. And also, why didn't we see number 8, Callie? Like, that should have happened. Maybe she'll be in season 5, because why else would we be set up with that whole episode and then Callie just has no importance later down the line? That doesn't make any sense to me. Personally, I think that Max is completely gone. Not necessarily dead, but she won't be, if she survives, it won't be until the end of season 5 or midway through season 5 when they defeat Vecna. They would have to defeat Vecna to bring back Max's consciousness, because I think her consciousness would have to be with the Mind Flayer / Vecna, somewhere in the Upside Down, because I'd assume that's why 11 can't find her, is because Max doesn't she's just a shell. She's a shell of a body. She doesn't exist. Her consciousness and her memories aren't there. They're in the Upside Down. So she's alive, but Vecna has them with them. After all those deaths and how distressed I was the entire time, I legitimately thought 11 was straight up gonna die. But, you know, unfortunately it was Max and Eddie instead. Let's talk about that cliffhanger. That also brings me, like, that also makes me believe that Max is technically dead, because who else? They needed 4 souls to open up the gates, and the gates are open in this cliffhanger, right? So who else died? It had to have been Max, right? So they got her consciousness. Maybe that's how 11 didn't see her, because Vecna has her, and that's how he was able to open the gates of the Upside Down across Hawkins. Because there's no way he could have killed someone else, because if, you know, Jason doesn't count as a 4th death, all those other 20 deaths don't count, then they definitely have to have had, like, someone else, which leads me to believe it's definitely Max. Max is technically dead. Maybe they'll bring her back in season 5, but in a way that they defeat Vecna. Max is brought back in whatever way, and then they go and defeat the Mind Flayer and close the Upside Down. That cliffhanger was amazing. That was pretty cool. The way I was half expecting something bad to happen when Hopper showed up, because I didn't think the way they introduced Hopper back with 11 didn't make any sense to me. But Jopper, Joyce and Hopper, Jopper kiss. It wasn't the time and the place, but it happened. That's the only thing I needed. Like, after all those deaths, Jopper. With the cliffhanger, the final thing I'll say is that I think Will definitely have to have a bigger part in season 5. He'll probably have more of a parallel with Vecna. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm worried that Will is going to die in season 5, but he definitely has to have a bigger role alongside 11. If he doesn't, well, Duffer Brothers, I'm gonna be really pissed, because Noah Schnapp is really underused in this series. He's a really good actor, especially in season 1, season 2. Especially in season 2. That was amazing. With all that said and done, I'm going to end the video here. I post anything to do with films, video games, books, all that stuff on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On Fridays I post vlogs. So stay tuned for that, and if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of season 4 volume 2 of Stranger Things. I have been CJ, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!